Hello again, everyone. Welcome back and welcome to a 4th of July weekend. 3 days off. It's pretty good. All right, I'm going to use those 3 days to review some very big cigars. It's a big weekend here in the States, and we're going to look at some big cigars. Starting off today is the Perdomo Inmenso Maduro Epicure 6x70, and if it looks big on the screen, it is just as big in real life. Huge. There is the density. Has, of course, a very good weight in the hand. Now, I really need to tell you the background of this cigar, how I came to get them. We were at Pawleys Island about a month and a half ago now, and a fellow cigar guy on the beach got to talking, and you make friendships. And one day he shows up with at that time just released Perdomo Inmenso Sun Grown Churchill. It's the big one, 7x70. So that's what got me introduced to. I was going to do it anyway, but he sort of sped the game up, which is just fine. I wanted to try it anyway. So I found out the shop he got it from. It was The Cigar Shop at 4723 South Kings Highway in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And so I went in and got some of I didn't get more of the Churchill size because I had a feeling that was going to take basically all day. And I did have that cigar on the ride home, and it lasted 3 hours. So I decided to step back one small step to the Epicure and get the 6x70, which is what I've got here. And I bought a few more of the Sun Growns and a few more of the Maduros. I like Nick's Maduro, so I'm going to start with it. So that's what we have today, is the Inmenso Maduro. And you can tell it is dark. But that's the story on how I came to see them in the cigar shop. And Jerry, if you're watching, you will see the sun-grown version the day after the 4th of July, which will be Monday in real time. So this cigar, now according to, and he's much more involved in the business now, Nick Perdomo Jr. Commented that this is a reintroduction of this cigar, which it is, and the Inmenso has been around with Perdomo. And he commented that 70 ring cigars today have become more than a trend and are some of the industry's most popular sizes. The 70 ring gauge Inmenso were made in the early 2000s, and they were considered enormous back in the day. I maintain they still are enormous. That's a big cigar. Now it uses a Cuban seed Nicaraguan Maduro wrapper and 5-year-old Cuban seed Nicaraguan fillers and binders and what have you. As I said, it does come in 3 sizes. Believe it or not, there is a Robusto, just a little sucker, only 5x70. They're all 70 ring, 5, 6, and 7, and in each one, natural and Maduro. So that's sort of the very long. Sorry about that, but I had to give you the info and the short of it. So let's get right to it. It's going to take a while, but it'll be a good while. It'll be a nice trip. The new re-released Perdomo Inmenso Maduro Epicure. Now, for such a large ring cigar, the standard Zycar is not going to get there. Now, I will say this. I have cut the cigar with this because it is has just enough of a dome that you can snip off a little slice. And it's okay. It'll work. But I decided to bring in the big guns. This is a La Gloria Cubana cutter, and it will more than handle this cigar. So we had to bring in the subs. All right, so let's give it a nice little clipping. Look at that. Okay. And I just made a mess. That tends to go everywhere. Okay. Good draw. One thing Nick's cigars are all known for is they draw well. He draw tests every single one of them. I've seen it in action. And if it doesn't pass, it goes back. It goes back to the roller and the binder. Everybody has to redo it. Look at that big. Look at that. Huge. You got sweet dark chocolate, some cedar, quite a bit of nutmeg, quite a bit of black coffee. Black pepper at about 7. So it's a good start. Reminds me a lot of previous Nick Perdomo cigars. That same Nick Maduro flavor you get in a lot of them. It's very good, actually. I have no idea how long it'll take to get to the first third, but this will take me a while, I'm sure. So that's a very good start. So let's just see what I have at the first third. First third. And it's hard to make a cigar this big burn evenly, and I'm doing pretty good. But the flavors really haven't changed. Only percentages. Now the nutmeg is a little more elevated now. In a cigar this big, the Maduro wrapper doesn't account for a large percentage. You still have nice sweet dark chocolate, and of course the black coffee is the black coffee that's going to be the base. There is some brown sugar there with the dark chocolate, but it's quite a bit of nutmeg. So it's not quite, the cigar at this point had many Maduros, and it's not quite as pronounced in the sweet Maduro or dark chocolate as some others have been, but it's still very good. Don't let me lead you astray. The finish is quite a bit of nutmeg and just a touch of chocolate. Pretty good lingering black pepper. At this point, I'd say it's medium, leaning toward medium to full. But the cigar is good. I really like it. It's like I said, it's not quite to the level. So like a Maduro with the slightly smaller ring. My favorite ring is 54 that Nick makes. Not everybody knows that knows me, but this cigar I'm starting off at 93. Very good. So I want to see how it transitions here in the middle stage. It may not change at all. It may be very consistent, but we're going to start at 93 and see what happens in the second third. Into the second third. And you know, everything about this cigar is big. I had to remove the band. This is the band. This is the band. Look how big that sucker is. Huge. Now, the last segment I said we may not have any changes. It might be consistent. Well, we did have a change. Those chocolate notes or Maduro notes that I told you weren't quite to the level they were. In some previous Perdomo cigars, elevated, and they got very nice here in the middle section. The nutmeg came more in line and got more manageable. Medium to full body, better Maduro notes, nice flavor in those Maduro notes, chocolate, sweet dark chocolate. The finish has much more chocolate on the finish with some nutmeg and better lingering black pepper. So I'm raising the score to 94. Easily it's a 94. I like the change. So let's see what we have in the final third. Well, we're down to the end or really close, so let's wrap it up. Cigar held serve. Really nothing changed. It's still the same nice chocolate notes, dark chocolate sweet. Cedar is in the mix. Nutmeg's manageable. Nice black coffee base. To me, it's full bodied at this point. Finish is unchanged. Take that back. Finish has some brown sugar on it, so it's dark chocolate, nutmeg, and brown sugar. Very nice lingering black pepper. I'll hold a score of 94 for this final third. The cigar is good. 70 ring cigars are not really my thing, but this is a very good one. So if you want to try one, this is one to try. Overall score is 93.67. Very good. So there you have it. The new Perdomo Inmenso Maduro Epicure, 93.67.